Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello my friends, I'm Sunangko and I am accompanied by Mr. David Mustafa, and today we are going to talk about a topic, and the topic is non-quantitative research design, and it is guided by Dr. Arisatya Budimaningrum MPD. Okay, let's see. Experimental research. It is research that lacks the manipulation of an independent variable, random assignments of participants to conditions, or orders of conditions, or both, by Order and Berner, 2013. Actually, in non-experimental, it can be qualitative models or it can be quantitative models, but today we are going to talk about quantitative. In quantitative research, two models. The first is experimental and the second is non-experimental. Experimental, the subject or respondent get intervention or treatment, and non-experimental, subject or respondent doesn't get intervention or treatment. With other words, it can mention in natural condition naturally. About types of analysis. In non-experimental quantitative research design, there are three types. The first is descriptive design, the second is causal comparative or ex post facto design, the third is correlation designs. Now we break down one by one. Descriptive design. Descriptive research design is used to capture the status quo of things. In other words, descriptive statistics tell what is, rather than trying to determine the cause and effect. When do we use the design? This design is used are as follows. The first is doing inventory. For example, number of students proficient on the English national exam. The second is observing orders in things. For example, finding percentile ranking of young students. And then C, creating cutoff point for decision making. For example, identifying top 25% students for scholarships. And second will be explained by Mr. David. Mr. David, time is yours.
Okay, this number 2 is about causal comparative ex post factor design. Okay, you can see in the PowerPoint here, this is the causal comparative research design attempt to identify causes or consequences of differences in an experimental setting. Causal comparative design can have different focus. First, exploration of effect. The second, exploration of causes. And the third, exploration of consequences. What is it meant? Alright, okay. Here, when do we use the design? Okay, you can see. Causal research use different terms. Ex post factor studies gather the data retrospectively. An example here, obvious effect of smoking. The researchers will look at in the past to find potential causal. Causal comparison, where the data are gathered from preformed groups and the independent variable is not manipulated in the experiment. For this, the researcher will have either to find population or which the data are variable, or to find already existing populations appropriate group. Okay. The third is correlation design. Correlation research design can be relational and predictive. Rational research is used in those cases when there is an interest to identify the existence, strengths, and direction of relationship between two variables. So, the predictive design is used in those cases when there is an interest to identify predictive relationship between the predictor and outcome criterion variable. When do we use the design? This design is appropriate for exploring problems about the relationship between contracts and contracts dimension and item on scale. For example, the age of a child may be related to height and adult. A caption may be related to his income. For the level Cohen was an icon 2003. Okay, thank you very much for your watching this video, and that's all for our presentation. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.